Hey everybody! Howdy from Stinkbug Bayou, Florida. The swamps. The swamp. Thanks so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Got a fun show this evening. We have the great Dave Reinhardt playing drums with me. Distant relative, happens to be brother. Going to be quite fun. Dave's coming from the Scumwater, Florida area, his hometown there, so which is about maybe 90 miles as the buzzard flies from Stinkbug Bayou, Tri-City area. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I really appreciate all you guys stopping in, and just so you know, tonight's going to be a little different. It's going to be more of a live vibe. The previous show I did a few weeks ago was actually all pre-recorded because here in Stinkbug Bayou we have basically we had dial-up. We're not exactly high tech, so we had dial-up. So now, however, we have what they call turbo dial, or I guess it's also known in the industry as fire dial, which is kind of a cross between dial-up and fiber optic, which kind of the best of both worlds. Of course, I'm not exactly sure what the advantage of a dial-up, but anyway, beside the point. The old days, the latency, or actually now the latency with this new turbo dial is probably 10 or 15 seconds. So what you're seeing is actually only 10 or 15 seconds off. The old days with dial-up, if I did a live thing, the latency was roughly next Tuesday. So kind of wacky. Anyway, the only downside is that the satellite uplink is a little weird. Satellite uplink to the ComSat Plantar Fasci Isotope 7 satellite system, which Mark and Lorraine Tuttle know all about, my friends from Cocoa Beach, NASA engineers, technicians. The satellite uplink is kind of wacky. There's times where I get bleed through and I get interference, where I'll be watching, I'll be doing online something like YouTube or something, and all of a sudden I might get a Latvian city council meeting, or I might get an old Ed Sullivan show bleed through. So kind of odd, kind of wacky. But so as tonight's show goes on, let's hope that there's no interference. Once again, it's so great to see everybody here, and I'll be looking at comments and talking to you folks. And but hey, you know what? Enough of my blathering. I say let's play some music. By the way, that's a word that's not used greatly. Blathering. I say we have a little drinking game. Whenever I say the word blather or blathering, I say we do a little drink. So I have some of Uncle Cooter's elixir here, Shine, Moonshine, high octane. And what do you say we do a little drinky poo? Okay. Hey now. Without further ado, let's do a tune. Let's feature Mr. Dave Reinhardt and myself on a tune entitled Swamp Jam number 19. Now, interesting story. This tune, actually, the working title was actually Two Old White Guys Trying to Be Funky, but I decided to change that to Swamp Jam number 19. So anyway, say hi to Davey R on the drums. That was fun. That was all right. Davey R on the drums. You know, he's always been like a brother to me, I got to say. You know what? That's because he is my brother. I kid this, man. Please take my brother, please. Anyhow, great job, Davey. Hey, man, you want to say a few words? Want to say a few words with the folks over there?
All right, cool. Thanks, Ron. Hey, everyone out there, computer land.
Quý vị cùng chúng tôi đến với phần tin tức thời sự. Trước hết là một số tin chính trong ngày hôm nay.
I got those empty feed bags. Blue.
He got a Leo pretty mouth.
Okay, sorry about that, folks. We're obviously experiencing some of this bleed through that I was afraid of from the satellite uplink. Let me try a little bit of cross pollination with the modulation filters. So.
N44.
Y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea.
Damn it. Pardon my French, folks. Sorry, it's a family show. Okay, let me try one more thing. I'm going to try one more situation here. I'm going to raise the frequency of the bivalve modulators. A little bit of bivalve.
Hey, everyone out there, computer land. Hope you're enjoying the show from down here in the good old Florida swamps. That's right. Always a blast when Ron and I get to play together. Hope you're digging it. And just want to say, miss you guys, man. Hope to see you at some shows coming up when things get back on track. And they're heading that way. So enjoy the rest of the show. And cheers, everyone.
But you get an extra therapeutic action with Preparation H. It helps speed relief to inflamed hemorrhoidal tissue with oxygen.
Okay, well that went pretty good, except I apologize for the ending. Okay. Hey, let's move along. Sorry, folks. Hey, you know what? Wow, I see lots of wonderful comments here. Wow, look at all these cool comments. First of all, you know what? I did a show about 6 weeks ago, I'm not sure. Time flies. And I just want to take a second to thank all the wonderful friends that donated, tipped us last time. Going down the list here. This is no particular order here. Tony and LaDonna Smith, friends from Arkansas. Appreciate it, guys. They're cruise friends. I met them on a couple cruises. Let's see. We have Barb Dixon. Yes, Barb, Clearwater, a good friend from Clearwater. Great smooth jazz supporter. Mark Lorraine Tuttle. Those are my friends, my NASA friends from Cocoa Beach. They're both technicians and engineers. Rocket scientists, basically. Anyway, good friends. They come to all the Florida shows and good folk. Marilyn James. What can I say? For those of you who don't know Marilyn, seriously, it's like I can't say thank you enough, Marilyn, for all you do. Marilyn has the Smooth Jazz events online, or Smooth Jazz online events, I guess it is, where she tirelessly promotes videos and live shows from all of us musicians who have no gigs. We have no gigs. So she helps us do our spread our live shows. And Marilyn, what can I say? Thank you so much. Her and her husband, Rick, great folk. Jen Altorez, my ex-sister-in-law, and her husband, Al, thank you so much. Neighbors down in not too far from here in the Tri-City Stinkbug Bayou area. Rob and Joanne Carney from New Brunswick, Canada. They operate the Jolly Breeze whale watching adventures. If you're ever up northeast of Maine in the New Brunswick area, you've got to go. They have this amazing tall ship and a couple other little boats. They go out and basically whale watching, and it's just amazing, great people, good friends, and you got to do this. It's just it's a life-changing experience. Laura and I have done it a few times. Awesome. Let's see. Denise Barton. Denise from SeaTac, Seattle, Tacoma, my Northwest friend. Met her on the cruise a few years ago. And quick little story, Denise. I almost had a huge groove gig at Jazz Alley about 2 months ago. And it was almost in the final stages, and just didn't quite work out because of the limited capacity. So, anywho, but good to see you. And once again, thank you so much. Laura, Mike Malloy, great friends from the Orlando area. Mike and I played in a top 40 band about 147 years ago, I think it was. I was like 7 and Mike was like 51, I think. But anyway, no. Mike's a fine bass player, good guy, vocalist. And Laura, good people, singer. She was our songstress of the band. And great folks. And once again, appreciate that. Let's see. My cousin Bonnie Zietler from Baltimore. She's a high-profile conductor, a music educator from the Baltimore area. And thank you so much, cuz. Appreciate that. I think a bunch of the Reinhardt clan, I believe, is watching. A bunch of relatives up there in Baltimore, which is where I hail from, Dave and I, my folks. So thanks again, Bonnie. Really, really appreciate your support. Paul and Chip Tuvman. Paul, 777 pilot, just retired. Congratulations. Paul is also a fine keyboardist, pianist. He's got a couple CDs out there that Delta Airlines actually featured. So thank you so much, Paul. Good friend, good guy. Met him on the cruises recently, and great dude. Going down the line, Joel and Jan Dunn, Emerald Isle, North Carolina. Good folks. Met them on Rick Braun's River Cruise last August. Good people. And once again, we really appreciate your donations and stuff. Tony and Kay Jamflone. Tony's one of the finest guitarists you're ever going to hear. Great people from the thriving metropolis of Monongahela. I like that word, Monongahela, Pennsylvania. But Tony and Kay, great people. They've become some of our best friends in the past 5-10 years. And wonderful people. You got to check out Tony. A lot of you probably know him already. He's like a legend in Pittsburgh and the surrounding area. Great player and a great guy. But we always appreciate the support. So Anita, Bill Coletti, good friends from Naples, Florida. Yes, indeed, down there. Bill's a fine trumpet player, excellent trumpet player. He's got music out there. You can check him out, Bill Coletti. Anita is a great realtor from that area. If you ever need any realty services, call Anita. Johnny Shemp, good friend of mine, amazing audio technician, videographer, outdoorsman, camper, man of the world. John's a great tour manager. We've done many gigs together and done some outdoor experiences. Good guy. He's up in Berkeley, California there with his new bride, Annette. So anyway, thank you so much, John, for your past support there, buddy. Moving down, Sandy, Bernie Reiser. If you've been on Rick's River Cruise or if you've gone to Tucson, Rick Braun Tucson New Year's, then you probably know Sandy and Bernie. Great people. They're the promoters and the production people that make it all happen. Sandy Reiser. Thank you so much, Sandy and Bernie. Michael Ross. Excellent, great, upright bass player from the Tampa Bay area. Anybody around here in the jazz scene knows Michael. He's a mainstay. There's bass players and there's Michael. Michael's just a consummate professional and great player and a great guy too. Been a great friend for 25, 30 years, something like that. Michael Ross. Mike MacArthur. We'll be talking about him a little later, but great sax player and also a business owner, which we'll get into in a little while. So Mike MacArthur, we really, 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 really appreciate your support last time. Philip Yakmetz. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, Philip. Yakmetz, or you're from New Jersey, I know, but smooth jazz cruiser and supporter. And once again, thank you so much for for all that. You know what? I'm going to take a gander real quick at some of the comments because I'm looking over here. I see, wow, Marcy Finn. Hey, Marcy. Alex from Fresno. Hey, buddy. Jeff McKnight, buddy. Cindy Adams. Cindy Lou. Hey, girl. Mark Tuttle. Gosh, there's quite a few comments. I see my Uncle Donald from Nevada. Appreciate the nice words. Hey, everybody. Jasmine Gent. Okay. Mark Tuttle. Hey, Mark. Dave Muse. Sax player from Firefall. All those hits. You are the woman and I. Dave Muse. Sax player, flute player. You know him, even though you might not know him personally, but we all know his music. Laura Reinhardt. Not ringing a bell. Not ringing a bell, actually. But let's see. Funny comments. Robert Rothenberger. Hey, Robert. What's up, buddy? What we got here? I see. I'm kind of behind in my comments. I apologize. Savannah Brown. Sap, as she's known affectionately by her Pinkham family. Savannah Pinkham Brown. Hey, girl, out in Denver, Colorado. How's the weather out there? It's either 81 or it's snowing, right? What do we got here? Let's see. Doug Lolino. Hey, Doug. Hey, buddy. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping around here. Tom Collins. Hey, man. Pam McGregor. Hey, Pam from Bonita Springs. Hey, Pam. I'll be getting down there soon to say hi. So saw her a few weeks ago. What do we got? I'm sorry, folks. I'm just kind of skipping through. Blah, blah, blah. By the way, just so you know, my producer, my normal guy, you might be asking, where's Darcelina? If you remember last show, I had a colorful gentleman, Darcelina, who's my producer. Unfortunately, Darcelina is recuperating from a bizarre stamp collecting accident. So nothing serious, I understand. Details are very sketchy. Seems kind of odd. But yeah, Darcelina, hopefully hopefully he'll be doing well shortly. So. Yes, indeed. What do we got? Let's see here. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we're going to move on to some music. Susan Sandlin Carlson. Hey, Susan. Hey, girl. Jeff McKnight, buddy. Old buddy from the Norm's Place era here in Clearwater. Great friend. Great friend. Tim George, one of my best buddies. Great bass player and teacher, educator. Yes, indeed. Let's see. I think I said Marcy might be there. You know what? Scott Simon. Scott. Hey, buddy. Hey, Scott. Hey. Listen, I think Rick Craig. I see a Rick Craig. Rick Craig, drummer, extraordinaire. Fine gentleman. Good. He's a good, solid person. He's very polite, very punctual. And I got to say, this is no bull crap. Okay, Rick. I've had the honor of playing with some really fine players in Los Angeles, West Coast, and all around the country. And I got to say, Rick, you seriously are probably the tallest drummer that I've played with. And I mean that, really. I'm serious. Moving along. Alan Darcy. Hey, man. I know you. Moving along. Let's play some music. We got a little medley from Joe Sample that Dave and I are going to do here. Joe Sample has always been one of my favorites. Ever since I remember my mom and dad bought us a Michael Franks record in 1976. I think it was a winter of 76, Christmas. And it was The Art of Tea with a who's who of great musicians. And I remember back then I was 15, 16, and I heard the keyboardist, the pianist, playing Fender Rhodes. And I was like, man, that just sounds cool. That guy is really good. So I didn't know his name, but back then I was young. But it was like, man, this keyboard player I love, Joe Sample. So Dave and I put together a little Joe Sample medley, and we're gonna play that for you. Enough of my blathering. I said it, blather. Blather. Guess what, folks? I think because I said blather, it might be time for a little drinky poo. Uncle Cooter's moonshine. Yes, indeed. Okay, then. Hey, here's 3 songs from the great Joe Sample with our little personal touches on it. So. Man, that was fun. That was all right. Davy H. Reinhardt. Kicking booty. Yes, indeed. That's all right. Yeah, buddy. Hey, we'd like to welcome a new sponsor here to Live from the Swamp. All Access CBD. Mike MacArthur, a good friend of mine, is the owner. And great company. They have many, many CBD products, and I've actually used a couple myself, as has my wife, Laura. Mikey, welcome aboard.
Ron, I just got to thank you for having us on the show and the opportunity to talk about what we do.
Trust me, it's our pleasure. Question. I know CBD products are quite popular these days. What exactly separates you from all the other companies?
Ron, I'm glad you asked me that question. The reason we're different is because we actually make everything right here. This is our ISO 6 certified lab. You can see it's kind of in the middle of production for the day, but this is where everything gets made and comes through this little pass-through to get to the shelves so that you guys can enjoy it. Just a phenomenal product, and we, as we like to say, not all CBD is created equal, and this is what makes a difference from our products.
Man, that's quite impressive. Wow. Like I mentioned a minute ago, I've used a couple of the products. Enjoyed them very much. Let me ask you this: which products do you personally use?
Another great question, Ron. Let me walk out here and show you what I use on a daily basis and tell you why I use it. Here we are in the retail part of the store. I use CBD Pure 6000. This is just a tincture you simply put under your tongue, gets the relaxation going. So simple tincture under your tongue, let it kind of ooze in, and then wash it down with a little glass of water, soda, or whatever you want. Takes away those jittery feelings, like a little bit of anxiety, just kind of calms everything down without the high. There's no psychosomatic high with any of this going on. It's an all natural feeling, just relaxation. So those pre-show jitters that you get maybe before you go on stage to perform or record or whatever, this kind of eases all that and gives you a little bit of relaxation. We also have one that's centered towards sleeping. So a lot of people use this at night with the anxiety and everything that's going on in the world right now, just to calm yourself down and have a quality night's sleep. So those are a couple of the products that I use on a daily basis. I swear by them.
Wow, I know many, many people could sure benefit from that, I'm sure. Man, especially in these strange times, shall we say. Cool. Well, anything else you want to mention, Mike?
I want your listeners to know, and all the people viewing this, that we're going to do a special online for anybody who's viewing this video. If you go to All Access CBD and type in "From the Swamp," upon checkout, we're going to give you 20% off your order online. So once again, go check out at allaccesscbd.com and type in code "From the Swamp" to get 20% off. Thanks again, Ron. We love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. We'll see you soon.
Awesome, Mikey. Now, some of you might be like, wait a minute now. Isn't that the same guy who played sax on shows I've seen with Peter White, Rick Braun, Craig Chiquiso, many other smooth jazz icons? And the answer is yes. Mike MacArthur, badass sax player, who is now embarking on a great business, All Access CBD. So we're so happy for Mike that he's doing great, and he also still plays sax. He didn't retire or anything, but and Mikey, good friend, known him for quite a while, since he was knee-high to a stink bug, as they say here in the swamp. So speaking of the swamp, I just gotta say this. Some people make fun of the swamp down here. Stink bug bayou. When I say that, and they're like, what the hell, And sure, we're not a super popular tourist destination. We don't have any beautiful beaches to speak of. No actual theme parks. Although we actually do have Leech World, which is where you can see many of the world's species of leeches that are from around the globe. And they actually have a new enclosure where you can swim with leeches, which is actually fun with the kids. The kids love that. It's great for pictures and photo ops. So got that going on. So we got that going for us, which is good. Yes, the unemployment rate around here is, about 67, 68%. It's not the greatest. we do have a problem with scurvy. Actually, scurvy, actually the airborne variety too, which is odd, kind of a health problem. But you know what? Besides all this, Stinkbug Bayou it's my kind of town. I got to say, it's wonderful in many ways. Sure, hey, I mean, where's the perfect place to live? So anyway, you know what? I'm going to move on to a couple quick comments here before some more music featuring Davey R. Couple comments. Hey, I saw my great buddy Ted Shoemate. I saw Ted Shoemate is making some comments here, some posting. Ted's a great buddy of mine. We used to play the Hurricane Lounge. Any of you guys who've been down here in the Tampa Bay area when I used to live back there, I used to play the Hurricane Lounge with Ted Shoemate at Paso Grill Beach, the Hurricane, and great times years ago back in the 80s. And Ted's an excellent guitarist, great dude, and you know what? He's probably my oldest best buddy. We go back to 1977. I guess I was 17, and Ted was, I guess, 43. I'm joking, of course. No, Ted's a great guy. But hey, buddy, I see you on here. I see you, man. Ted Shoemate, I see you on there. Yes, indeed. Blah, blah, blah. Let me just look here. Lori Bauer Dion. Hey, Lori. How you doing, girl? Good to see you. Ray Luisi Shoob from NYC area. Hey, man. Former Tampa Bay resident. Rob Carney, Sunrise Sunset, Joanne Carney. Hey, girl. Peter Mangaya. Hey, brother. Hey, man. Peter Mangaya, great guitarist from Clearwater area there. And John Jenkins, drummer extraordinaire. Quite the schwinger from St. Pete. John Jenkins. Hey, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Who do we got here? Anybody I'm missing? Sorry, folks, if I can't get everybody here. Edgar Correa. Hey, Edgar. Gumby Ortiz. Oh, my God. Gumby is one of the world's most amazing, prolific percussionists. He's had the gig with Al Di Meola, guitarist extraordinaire, fusion guitarist, for, 30, I'm going to say 32, 33 years, maybe, something like that. Anyway, great guy. Gumby Ortiz, great guy, an amazing player, and I look forward to every chance I get to play with him. And I was actually on the gig with him, with Al Di Meola in 1987, I think it was, when you got that gig. You sounded amazing, and I sounded like crap. Anyway, long story. Let's move on. Let's digress here, whatever. Enough of my blathering. I said it again, blather. Hey, folks, you know what? I said blather, so you know what that means, right? Do a little toast. If you have a drinky poo at home, let's do a little toast from Uncle Cooter's Moonshine. Oh boy, that was a rough one. Okay. Oh boy. Okay then. Hey, let's move on. What do we got here? Let's see some more folks. Rick Craig. I see Rick Craig again. Hey, buddy. Mark Tuttle. Bob Wayne. Hey, Bob. How you doing, Bob? Used to love talking to Bob on the cruises a few years ago. There. Larry Sarver in Clearwater. Hey, Larry. How's it going, man? Larry went to school with Dave Reinhardt, my brother Dave. They're great buddies there. Mark Tuttle, Hurricane Lounge rocked. The Hurricane Lounge rocked. Yes, it did. So, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know what? I think it might be time. It might just be time for one final tune here. Here's a little thing. I've always loved the B3, the Hammond organ. So even though I don't actually have an actual Hammond organ here, here's a tune that Dave and I are going to do, entitled Buzzard Bay Blues. And it's kind of a jazz blues, kind of a Hammond organ-ish kind of vibe. So I give you Buzzard Bay. Wow. Have some more moonshine, Ronnie. Okay. Here's a tune featuring the great Davey Reinhardt, Buzzard Bay Blues. Davey R. What a pleasure this was, huh? Man, you sure sound great, and too bad we can't do an actual interview right now, but man, oh man, that was awesome. So much fun. Let me say hi to a couple more folks here. I see the great Wendy Rich was on here, vocalist extraordinaire Wendy Rich. She's a Tampa Bay legend, a Texas legend too, actually, where she hails from. We've done many gigs years ago, and if you're a blues fan in the Tampa Bay area, you know Wendy. So great to see you, girl. Great to see you on here. And let's see, who do we got? Blah, blah, blah. Greg Peterick. Hey, Greg. Yes, Greg. I knew Greg. I knew his music back in the 80s. My brother and I used to go hear his top 40 bands he was in years ago, and his wife, Deborah. Great folks. So, hey, guys. Appreciate you checking it out. Ted Shoemate again. I see you again. Yes, indeedy. So, Chris George. Oh, my God, Chris George. Tim George, the great bassist. That's his brother, Chris, who's also a keyboard player, and recently retired up there in Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas. Great guy. Hey, Chris. Great to see you, my friend. Blah, blah, blah. Who do we got here? Let's see. Oh, Peter Magaya again. Hey, buddy. Thanks. I appreciate the nice words. Very, very nice of you to say, Peter. It's very nice of you. Pat Close. Great drummer in the Tampa Bay area. Clearwater. He hails from Clearwater. Shamokin. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that very much. Appreciate that very much. Danny George. Hey, man. We used to play together in the Top 40 band 187 years ago. Back in Power Play, back in the heyday of Top 40 days. Good to see you, Danny. Thanks so much for the nice words. Lori, hey, Lori Risk, good to see you. Robert Whitman, hey, buddy. Thanks so much for the nice words again, Wendy. I appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Well, you know what? I think Savannah, hey, Savannah Brown, thank you again for the nice words. I'm sorry if I missed some people here, but thank you, Anita. I appreciate that very much. You know what? I think the time has come now to bid adieu, to say goodnight here. So just want to thank again Kenny Walker over there at New Groove City Music Complex for, here's a couple logos here, New Groove City. That's where he helped us out with the recording of the drums and stuff. And great complex in the Tampa Bay area. He's in St. Pete, Gulfport actually. But it's a great complex there. They do live streaming. They do rehearsals there, and actual recordings too. But Kenny Walker's an excellent bass player, great bass player, Tampa Bay, with the Tampa Bay mainstays. Been around for quite a while, and a great guy, great player. And thank you so much, Kenny. And of course, once again, thanks to Mikey MacArthur, and All Access CBD. Really appreciate your support here. So once again, we can't thank you guys enough for watching. Obviously, as you know, us musicians, Dave and I, and all of us, we don't have any gigs. We have virtually no gigs. So it just means a lot for you all to tune in. And we really, really, really appreciate very much. And you guys all take care, stay well, and hope to see you around sometime soon when things open up again. All righty. Take care and have a good night. Bye-bye.